Hello guys and welcome to another part of Exile video. Today I'm gonna show you a way how to level a warrior in the story. A lot of you might struggle as a warrior being a melee, getting consistently wrecked by some monsters and whatnot. So I just want to show you a way how to make this easier. A little disclaimer here, this is not my idea, I didn't came up with it. The person I know it from is RaceQT, so I just want to give him a little shout out. I don't know if it is his idea or whatever, but that's where I got it from. So I will also obviously put a link to his stream in the description below, so make sure to check him out. Really awesome guy. Well, so we're gonna focus about warrior, but also other classes can level like this. Not everyone, spellcasters and whatnot, you guys are out. But rangers, mercenaries, obviously, and warriors can level like this because we go with grenades, so we need to have something that is viable to get some nodes in the passive tree for it. And this is leveling from 1 to 31 or 41, depending on what build you want to play later. Then you farm some gold. You should have enough gold if you just always pick up the blue items, go to the hooded one, identify them, sell them for gold if you don't need them, obviously. And you will have enough gold later on to respec. They also lowered the cost, so if you played the first days, it is not as much expensive anymore as it was before. And yeah, well, first of all, I'm gonna show you a little bit of gameplay. It's gonna be really quick. Let's go into any area here. Where is the Lost City? I'll just go over there. It doesn't really matter, obviously, right? This is my hardcore character, by the way, so not as much gear, more defenses and stuff. But you will see it goes incredibly easy. We are at the moment level 27. I overlevel a bit, but at the end of the day, I could be here with 22 and it would be the same. You see? Easy going. So the playstyle of this is basically a flame wall we don't need for like flash grenades, but I still do it. It's just a bit more extra damage. I also miss support games. But basically, always flame walls, throw your grenades through, ignite the mobs, they explode, and that's it. Same goes for single target and rare monsters. On this character, I do not one-shot the bosses. On my softcore character, I did, because I was just like putting more stats into damage, and you know, I don't need to survive something. But here, I want to survive. I want to be on the safe side. But yeah, as you can see, really good. Should look better than the most warrior melee builds. Obviously, there's some good builds as well. That you get a good weapon and stuff, it makes it easier. But for everyone that struggles, I would recommend you to play this. It is really easy. It is basically 3-button gameplay. So we have our flame wall, we have our flash grenade, and gas grenade. That's how you play at the end. Well, you're not gonna obviously start with this since you're not gonna have the gems for it. And well, I would say now let's talk about what gems you need, and then we're gonna check the skill tree. And yeah, so for the gems with level 1, and I'm gonna just edit them in here. For level 1, you want armor piercing rounds with brutality and martial tempo, and then explosive grenades with scatter shot and magnified effect. So your gameplay there is you still have a shield from the tutorial basically. So armor piercing rounds is for bosses. If you have 50 stacks on them, they lose their armor, so you do more damage to them and whatnot. And explosive grenades is basically your damage. That's why we go with scattershot and magnified effect to make more grenades and make them bigger, so to always make sure that we hit the monsters. The way you basically do this is you throw your grenades and then you shield block the monsters. So they still stand in your grenades, you don't have to run away with them. This works really well in hardcore as well. There is a few mobs where you might just want to kite them because they're dangerous in hardcore. Obviously in softcore you don't really care too much. You just always shield block, let them staying in your grenades, and that's it. Then once you get level 6, we now have flash grenade. So now flash grenade is basically our clear damage. So we go flash grenade, scattershot, magnified effect. And then armor piercing rounds is still brutality and martial tempo. And then explosive grenades is now our single target for now. And we go with concentrated effect and fire infusion. At level 14, we want to go flash grenade, scatter shot, magnified effect, plus fire armament if you have a falling. If not, obviously just go it by the order. For gas grenade, it's going to be fire infusion, primal armament, and fire pen if you have there a falling as well. If you have mana issues, you can go with inspiration instead of fire pen, but you should not really have them at all. But if it feels better for you, feel free to do that. And then Flamefall is going to be with Fortress and Arcane Temple. For the weapons we want to use, is basically, we always want to use obviously the best weapon with the most damage on it. With weapon, I mean crossbow. But for the bases, in case people don't know that, for level 10, the base is called Sturdy Crossbow. For level 16, it's Varnished Crossbow. Level 26 is Alloy Crossbow, and level 33 is Bombard Crossbow. So these are the bases, and they will provide you with the most base damage on the crossbow itself. But obviously, if you are level 17 and your Sturdy Crossbow is better rolled than your Varnished Crossbow, then obviously don't take it. And then for even more damage, if you want, you can take Iron Rings with physical damage and fire damage, and Gloves with damage to attacks as well. This will all buff your damage. So this is 2 extra items where you can get damage from if you really need it and if you want to go really for this one-shots. So that's it with the skill gems and what you basically use. And then let's talk about the passive tree. So I'm just gonna open that real quick, and you can see I already skilled here. So again, we're gonna make this till like 30 to 40. Obviously, you can play this farther as well if you don't really have a build that functions after that. And from there on, you just take granite nodes and whatnot. So you just basically type in here granite, and you see as an example, there's a granite wheel tree, there's granite nodes. So just take whatever you basically need. Do not ever take anything that grenade fuse, like that increase the grenade fuse duration. This is gonna feel really, really bad during leveling. You don't want to do this. Even this is giving you an additional projectiles. Don't do that, because then your grenades take longer to be casted. But yeah, so first of all, the skill tree is going to look something like this. We're just gonna rush here down. I did took here a dexterity node. Don't be confused about it. Sometimes you just need dexterity or intelligence for your gems and for your crossbow and for your gear. So whenever you need something, you take it, but your main stat will be strength. Then we basically go down over here, and we're gonna take this node to get first of all damage. This is really, really big for damage. And then we go over here, we grab the increased area of effects. This is something, as an example, Race QT doesn't do, at least not on his personal notes. But this is something I find really, really good, because you just have more AoE. It feels way better with clearing, and the AoE in this game can overlap. So if 2 grenades with the AoE hitting the same monster, it does 2 times the damage. And then we just basically go farther over here. We take Life Rack, and yes, I'm playing hardcore, so I took that immediately. But I would also recommend the Life Rack and the increased life recovery rate from Flask in softcore. Obviously, if you don't feel like you need it, don't take it, but I would recommend it. It gives you a lot more survivability. And then we basically rush down here. We take this node. And then from there on, well, this is nodes that I don't have. We will go this here, and this here. And then I need to check. Yeah, so we basically go until here. And then we take this nodes. And then we go until here. And then we take the armor break, like the fully broken armor thingies, damage against enemies with fully broken armor and stuff. We don't need to take this. I never took this. But you could, if you want. But yeah, so this basically makes it so that whenever you stun an enemy, slash you break his armor, you do more damage against him as well. So really, really good there as well. So after this, you should be somewhere in between 30 to 40. And if you still want to go farther, then I will go down here. Be smarter than me, because I was skilling like this. I didn't thought you can, like, somehow I didn't saw this line. So just go down, straight line, and then take this nodes. especially this one. And take care to not take increase grenade fusion duration nodes. So as long as you don't take them, you're going to be fine. And from there on, just always take two-handed weapon damage nodes or grenade nodes if you want to go further. And there should be builds about how to play with grenades anyway, so you can look into those as well. But yeah, this is not really what this guide is meant for. But yeah, so basically that's the passive tree. Now you know how you could level him if you struggle with him. And again, once you reach a level where you want to swap, then you just farm some gold if needed, and then you just swap and you're going to be fine. Well, that's it with this video. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.